Hello everyone, it's me, DillysSims. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Speed Build Sunday, the day of the week where I build whatever I want, because I can. So, this week, obviously you clicked on the thumbnail, you know what you're in for. This is an old HollyWood mansion, like old school glamour. This house ended up being like over $500,000. It was so expensive, but also it's gonna be so worth it. This is for my Let's Play. If you haven't seen it, it's my Let's Play Mad Sims. Yes, very similar to Mad Men. The hit, I want to say it was, I don't know what channel it's on, the hit TV show Mad Men, which I found out they're taking it off of Netflix, and it made me so sad. But what can you do, right? So, let me talk about what's going on in Mad Sims right now, so you understand why I needed to build a house that was this extravagant, this amazing, this over-the-top dripping in gold. So, right now, Mitch, who left his wife Marianne, got married to his secretary, Anna, and he and Anna had 3 daughters. And then Anna decided she was gonna quit being his secretary because she doesn't like it. It is not the job for her. And you know what? To each their own. Like, maybe secretarial work is not her thing. So, then she quit. And she became an actress, because that's her dream, is to be an actress. So then she started doing some, like, commercials and whatever, like all the boring stuff, and then she hit it big. And now she is this big-time actress, like, really famous, even though she only has 2 stars, one of them went away, but this very big actress. And so they left their tiny, no, it's not really a tiny, it was actually a 2-story, 3-bedroom apartment? Yeah. So, it could be 4 if you convert the study into another bedroom, but they left their 3/4-bedroom apartment in the city, and Anna desperately needed a mansion to live in because she knows she's a big-time celebrity now. So, yeah, now they're living in this big mansion, and here's the thing about Anna. Anna, sure, she's like technically a gold digger. She sunk her claws into Mitch because he was well off, and she milked him, and now she's bringing in all this money. But I personally struggle because I really want to see the best in her because I really like her, but I really don't like Mitch. So, but she also has no, how do I put this in the nicest way possible? She has no thoughts of her own, to be quite frank. She has no thoughts of her own. Like, she got this mansion and she built it to her specifications because she believes that she needs a mansion because she's a big-time celebrity. Before that, she had an apartment that was furnished with all the quote-unquote modern luxuries. And then not only did she buy this mansion because, you know, like, and she made it so over-the-top, like, traditionally, like, glam, like, old-school HollyWood glam. She has no thoughts of her own, and I already said that, but to such an extreme that she even, when she made it big, she gave herself a makeover. And maybe some bigger boobies, but that's between us. And she started dressing like Marilyn Monroe. So, that's her. This is why we have this mansion. And I already played in it once. It was really, it's such a great mansion. It's such, I feel like previously when I've built mansions, like older mansions or traditional quote unquote mansions, they turn out kind of ugly. But I really like this one, especially now that we have staircases that turn, you know? So now I can kind of, not, you know, perfectly, I can kind of create a grand entrance with like 2 staircases that come in to greet, you know, the foyer. And it kind of has that, if you've watched the TV show Dynasty, it kind of has that Dynasty walkway on the 2nd floor between, you know, the 2 sides of the house. And it's such a beautiful house. And it is so, I tried really hard to make it so traditional. Oh, and this also takes place in, like, right now I'm gonna say it's the 70s. So, just so you're looking at it and you go, Dilly, I couldn't help but notice there's no TVs and there's no stereos. Which, the stereo, to be fully honest with you, I just completely forgot to put in there. But, you know, whatever. You have so much more to do. So, you don't really need a stereo. You have so many bookshelves. You have no computers because they didn't have computers back then. What else? You have 1 TV, and that's for the screening room. I decided that because Anna is such a huge celebrity, she would like to have her own screening room so she can watch the movies that she's in. Because I imagine that, yes, she is that type of person who would watch her own movies. Which, I feel like I would want to, but then, to be honest, I don't like listening to myself talk, even here on YouTube sometimes. So, like, I feel like cringe. I more or less got over it, if I'm being fully honest with you guys. When I first started YouTube, I hated listening to myself. But now, after, I don't know, I've been doing YouTube off and on for years. So, like 5 years. So, you eventually get used to your own voice. And it could be worse. I could sound a lot worse. So I'm #blessed. Oh, and I also, this might, if you are interested in downloading this house, it might be flagged as custom content. Fair warning. Because I did go into the gallery, because you can go into the gallery and you can find pieces of artwork, and you can put those pieces of artwork in your house. So, be warned. I did get some pieces of artwork from the gallery. So, if you play in this house and you'll see pictures, there's a lot of pictures of, like, old Hollywood starlets like Marilyn Monroe. Excuse me. Like Marilyn Monroe. I know how to speak English. Yes. Yeah. And technically, if you really... when I put this in the gallery, I flagged this house as a 1, 2, 3, 4 bedroom house. But if you really wanted to, you can make it more bedrooms, because the study could be converted into another bedroom, and the I can't think of the word right now. Like the game room with the foosball table and the bar and all that. That can also be converted into another room. And if you don't want a cinema in your house, you can turn that into another room. Oh, and I also have a ballroom. I imagined that Anna is so obsessed with looking a certain way that she imagined and desperately needed a ballroom, even though she does not host any parties where she would need a ballroom. So that's another 4 rooms that you could easily renovate into more bedrooms. And Anna is so I don't want to say into herself. She's spoiled herself so much that the upstairs, if you're looking at the house, like straight from the street, not the backyard, but from the street, if you're looking at the house, the left side of the house, the upstairs, the left wing, is her entire bedroom. It spans from the front of the house to the back of the house. In her bedroom, you enter, and she has I can't think of the word right now. She has like a nice sitting area, so you can sit and have some tea in her bedroom, and then she has her bed, like her room with her bed, and then she has her walk-in closet, and then she has her ensuite. So, yeah, talk about living the lap of luxury. That by itself could be one apartment all by itself. Easily. Like, that entire space could easily be one apartment, because it's actually pretty good size, too. Yeah. But it's so funny, because with all these rooms, 2 of the daughters have to share one bathroom. They have a Jack and Jill bathroom type of situation. So, I just felt like it was important for them to learn how to share. Oh, what can I say? Oh, in the backyard. The backyard, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I find it very tedious to put in, like, flowers and stuff. It's so tedious, because you have to put in, like, I'm being very loose with my words right now. You have to put in the quote-unquote base flowers, and then you have to put in filler flowers, and then you have to put decorative flowers on top. So it's just like layering of flowers to make the space look good. But I did it for the entire lot. The front and backyard. The backyard, they have, like, it's just so wow. I'm like, yeah. Not to brag, but I was just very proud with myself, because I hate it. That's took me, like, the gardening portion probably took me 2 hours. And the backyard, altogether, maybe 3. This was a very, very long build for me. This build took me a couple of days. But also, I have been working a lot, so I've been needing to prioritize time. So I've been working and then building at night, and then sometimes I work at night, so then I would sleep during the day. It was, yeah. This build should have come out like a week sooner, but what can you do, you know? And I've been trying to do some more building on my channel and, like, put out more videos, because everyone's in quarantine, so everybody wants content to watch. So if you're a fan of mine, I'm trying to get some more content out for you. So I did put out I put out a challenge the other day. Actually, yeah, yesterday, because I'm recording this on Saturday. This is going to go up on Sunday, and I did it's technically the solid color challenge. The color challenge where you build a house that's all one color. But what I did, and I know this is going to sound so groundbreaking to everyone, I took one house that was all one color, and I turned it into another house that was all one color. A completely different color. Mind you, I know. Everyone has their minds blown right now. Yeah. But I normally don't do challenges, so I'm trying to step into that. So actually, if you guys have any recommendations of any challenges you would like to see me do, please let me know in the comment section below, because I am so down to tackle those. Yeah. And maybe I'm gonna try, but this is also, like, when I say try, it's kind of hard for me, so I've been able to more or less keep my upload schedule going, but I've been working so much lately. It's so funny, because before we went into quarantine, I barely worked. But to be fair, I also had school, so. And then after quarantine, school stopped, and my work hours just flew through the window. So there's some positives and negatives there. 1, money. 2, the negative, no free time. But you know what? It's a blessing. It's actually a blessing in disguise. But speaking of quarantine and school, I graduated. Woo! I graduated. My family, my parents and my sisters did a little thing for me where they made me a cake, or actually that's not true. They bought me a cake and ice cream, and they got me gifts. It was basically a quarantine survival basket with alcohol and Gatorade and hot Cheetos, because oh my gosh, hot Cheetos are my favorite. I love hot Cheetos so much. They're my guilty pleasure. A few books to read, and I am just so happy about it. I'm so happy with it. Both. And my friends came over and they surprised me with balloons and their own cake with lots of sprinkles. This was a couple of days prior, so I was not prepared at all. And they came over with balloons that said class of 2020, and I have literally the best people in my life, and I want to say thank you. And I know nobody's gonna watch this. Like, my family's not gonna watch this, my friends are not gonna watch this, but if you do, thank you. Thank you for everything. You guys are my rock, and I love all of you. Yeah, they were really sweet. And actually, right now, I am recording this, and I'm going to go to San Jose to go visit my cousins because they want to throw me a little party. So, it's just a party every day, just for graduating. Yeah. Oh, and my cap and gown should be coming in the mail. I said that really quickly. But that was such a struggle. So I thought I ordered it, right? Because I was on the website and everything. And then I waited and literally 2 months went by. And then I called and I was like, hey, I thought I ordered it, but I can't seem to find an email in my email box, which, to be honest, I had like 200 emails because since quarantine started, I have not emptied out my emails. So, and I was like, I can't seem to find it. Maybe I deleted it, but I fully knew that it was somewhere in that like 200 pile of emails. And so the woman looked and she was like, what's the name? And I told her my name. And she was like, I don't see any record of you purchasing it. So then I had to purchase it. And so hopefully it should be here in like 2 weeks. And I can go take some very beautiful graduation photos. Hopefully. They're gonna be pretty standard. Like, my parents are gonna take them. My family's gonna take my photos for me in front of like a waterfall or at the school. I'm gonna really push for at the school, and I really truly hope that my gown comes in at a good time temperature wise, because this week was wild, let me tell you. Last week it was like 80 degrees outside, and then I am not joking you, this last week, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it peaked to like 106 for those 4 days. So we had a heat wave that was wild, and then it dropped down today to 90, and then it looks like next week it should be in the early 90s, late 80s. Yeah. Excuse me. The proper term is high 80s, low 90s. I couldn't think of that for some reason. I've been stuck in quarantine for so long, I feel like my English has kind of taken a hit because my parents are not from this country. Actually, I'm gonna be fully honest with you. My father came over here when he was 1, but he talks like he came over here when he was 18, like my mom. So I have that constant influence of not perfect English. So it is such a struggle because I catch myself now saying stuff that I know is not proper English, and then because I am so critical of my English skills, my English speaking skills. I mean, when I'm on YouTube, that's a completely different story because I'm just here rambling, trying to fill time. But if I'm being honest, but in my everyday life, then I go back and I correct myself, and then I apologize because I am the type of person, if you ever meet me in real life, I am going to apologize to you for everything, even my existence. I bump into you, sorry. I look at you funny by accident, or I make eye contact with you, sorry. I say sorry for everything. People tell me don't say sorry. And I've noticed with my male friends, and I don't understand why it took me so long to notice. I've had conversations with my male friends, and now in quarantine I realize that they never say sorry. Only my female friends. And I never paid attention because right now, because of my work schedule, I'll miss phone calls or text messages. And because I'll be sleeping at like 1:30 in the afternoon because I worked all night. And so then I'll text back and say, I'm so sorry, I was asleep. But then if I text my male friends and they don't text me back until later because they missed my text message or phone call, they'll say, hey, I was asleep. Or, hey, this was happening. No, I'm sorry. And I can't believe it took me this long to notice that men don't say sorry. And this is just being very general. There are obviously men like me in life who do say sorry, but I've noticed with all the men in my life, nobody says sorry. Nobody apologizes. Let me talk about the backyard for a minute. The backyard, I already talked about it for actually a couple minutes, but it is very white, it is very over the top, it is very glam. But funny thing, I was waiting to take pictures, right? For the thumbnail and for the end screenshots. And while I was waiting, literally out of nowhere in The Sims, it started raining. And I was like, shoot, now I can't take pictures. I'll just wait till the next sim day, because I don't know how to control time. So then I waited, and I went to go take pictures. Apparently, when it was raining, it was thundering so hard that it lit one of the chairs on fire. So I tried really hard, and if you squint, you can see it, but there is one chair that's black. And I'm getting very close to the end of the video, guys, so let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you would like to see be built. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, do all those fun YouTube things, and I'll catch all of you guys next time. Bye, everybody.